Walking backwards for just 5 minutes a day may sound unusual, but research shows it can have surprising benefits for men over 60. This small shift in movement activates muscles that are often neglected, especially in the lower legs, hips, and back. The action engages the calves and stabilizing muscles around the knees more effectively than forward walking, which can lead to better joint support and less stiffness over time. Backward walking also gently challenges balance and posture, encouraging the body to strengthen its core and coordination with every step. Neurologists have found that walking in reverse stimulates parts of the brain that aren't used as much during normal walking. This can help sharpen mental focus and may even support cognitive health as the brain adapts to the unfamiliar movement pattern. In fact, studies from physical therapy journals suggest that older adults who practice reverse walking show improvements in gait speed, balance confidence, and step accuracy, all crucial for fall prevention and maintaining independence. Some physical therapists use this technique in rehab settings because it places less stress on the knees while still strengthening the surrounding muscles. For seniors dealing with knee pain or recovering from surgery, this can be a gentle yet effective way to regain strength without aggravating old injuries. The movement also forces the ankles and hips to work in harmony, helping restore a sense of control and flexibility that often fades with age. Incorporating this 5-minute habit can also offer an unexpected boost in mood. The novelty of the anti-ajai motion breaks routine, adds a sense of fun, and can even spark laughter or curiosity, especially when done outdoors. According to some doctors, even short bursts of backward walking can enhance cardiovascular endurance and joint mobility when practiced consistently. For safety, it's best to walk on flat, open ground and focus on slow, deliberate steps. With time, this small, playful change can unlock energy, strength and balance that feels like turning the body's aging clock in reverse. Quitting multitasking and focusing on one task at a time can lead to noticeable improvements in energy, mood, and mental clarity for men over 60. The aging brain processes information more slowly than it once did, and asking it to juggle multiple tasks at once can create mental overload. This often leads to increased fatigue, forgetfulness, and a sense of being scattered or unproductive. When attention is divided, performance tends to suffer, and the brain uses more energy trying to switch back and forth between tasks. Neuroscientists have shown that the brain does not actually perform tasks simultaneously during multitasking. Instead, it rapidly shifts focus, using up cognitive resources and leading to slower thinking and more mistakes. For older adults, this can feel especially draining. A study published in the Journals of Gerontology found that seniors who practiced mindful single-tasking, meaning they gave their full attention to one activity at a time, reported improved memory recall and reduced mental fatigue over time. Some doctors recommend this shift not only for cognitive reasons, but also to reduce stress. When a person focuses fully on a single activity, whether it's reading, preparing a meal, or having a conversation, the body's nervous system tends to relax. Heart rate slows, breathing deepens, and the mind becomes calmer. This response helps regulate hormones like cortisol, which can otherwise rise due to constant stimulation or overthinking. Making the simple choice to do one thing at a time can also restore a sense of control and satisfaction. Tasks feel more complete. Time feels less rushed. For men over 60, this mental clarity can feel like a return to a steadier, more focused version of themselves, where daily life is not only easier to manage, but also more meaningful. Replacing your regular chair with a stability ball for just 30 minutes a day can have a noticeable impact on how your body feels and functions, especially after 60. This simple change gently activates your core muscles, which include your abdomen, lower back, and hips. These muscles naturally weaken with age, especially with prolonged sitting in traditional chairs that offer too much passive support. When seated on a stability ball, your body must subtly adjust and balance, which helps these deeper postural muscles stay engaged and alert without strain. Physical therapists often recommend this practice for older adults because it promotes active sitting. Instead of collapsing into a soft cushion, the body maintains better alignment, which reduces pressure on the spine and improves posture. Over time, this can lead to fewer aches in the lower back and shoulders, areas that often suffer from years of sedentary habits. According to research in musculoskeletal health journals, even short periods of dynamic sitting each day can increase trunk strength, reduce stiffness, and improve spinal mobility. Using a stability ball also encourages micro-movements that help with circulation and digestion. Some doctors note that these small, continuous adjustments stimulate blood flow to the abdominal area, supporting digestive processes that naturally slow with age. As a result, seniors often report feeling less bloated and more energized after incorporating this habit. There's also a mental benefit. Sitting actively requires a level of focus that keeps the brain gently engaged, helping with alertness during daytime hours. Some occupational therapists even recommend stability balls for short work periods or reading sessions to reduce mental fatigue. While it's not meant to replace all seating throughout the day, using it for a dedicated 30-minute period can introduce movement and core training without exercise routines or gym equipment. As always, safety matters. The surface should be flat and stable, and the ball should be the right height, so feet are firmly on the floor. With consistent use, this small change can help men over 60 maintain strength, posture, and energy that makes everyday activities feel easier and more youthful. Ditching the afternoon nap and choosing a 10-minute outdoor walk instead can offer powerful benefits for men over 60. While a short rest might seem like a good way to recharge, naps taken too late in the day or for too long can actually interfere with the body's natural sleep rhythms. Older adults are especially sensitive to these disruptions. According to sleep researchers, even a 20-minute nap after 2 p.m. can reduce the quality of nighttime sleep, leading to more awakenings, lighter sleep stages, and feelings of grogginess the next day. Instead of resting in a recliner or dozing off, stepping outside for a short, steady-paced walk activates both the body and the brain. Sunlight exposure plays a key role. It helps regulate the body's circadian rhythm, the internal clock that tells us when to feel alert and when to wind down. Natural light signals the brain to reduce melatonin during the day, making a person feel more awake, while setting up a healthier release of melatonin at night for deeper, more restful sleep. This is especially important after 60, when melatonin levels naturally decrease and sleep can become more fragmented. Movement also stimulates the release of serotonin, a mood-regulating chemical that lifts energy levels and promotes emotional well-being. According to the American Psychological Association, walking outdoors, even for just 10 minutes, can improve cognitive function and reduce feelings of tiredness or sadness, especially in older adults. This is not just about exercise. It's about sending a signal to the entire body that it's still active, still alive, and still connected to the environment. Doctors often recommend gentle afternoon walks to patients dealing with insomnia, anxiety, or low energy because walking promotes circulation, digestion, and a sense of calm without sedating the system. Unlike a nap, which can leave some feeling sluggish or disoriented, walking delivers oxygen to the brain and lungs, improving mental clarity and physical vitality. Replacing a nap with this daily walk creates a rhythm the body learns to trust. Over time, sleep at night becomes deeper and more refreshing. Energy during the day becomes more stable, and the simple act of walking in the open air becomes a form of natural medicine. For men over 60, this one small habit can ease tension, restore alertness, and lead to a younger, more balanced way of moving through the day. Splashing cold water on your face each morning, followed by a few deep, slow breaths, is a simple ritual that can immediately shift how the body feels and functions, especially for men over 60. The cold water stimulates the vagus nerve, a powerful part of the nervous system that helps control heart rate, digestion, and mood. Activating this nerve early in the day through cold exposure has been shown to lower stress hormones like cortisol while improving focus and alertness. Studies on vagus nerve stimulation have found that this practice can lead to improved emotional resilience and reduced inflammation, which is especially valuable for older adults managing chronic stress or fatigue. The act of cold splashing also boosts blood circulation in the face and head, which helps wake up the skin, refresh the eyes, and deliver oxygen to the brain. This moment of shock tells the body it's time to transition from sleep to alertness, sending energy upward rather than keeping it locked in the sluggishness of a slow morning. Some health practitioners recommend this as a natural and gentle way to regulate the nervous system, especially for seniors who may not tolerate caffeine or intense morning exercise. Following the splash with deep breathing, slow inhales through the nose, followed by controlled exhales, further deepens the benefit. Deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, helping calm the mind while improving oxygen flow. This combination of cold and breath helps regulate blood pressure, improves heart rate variability, and supports clearer thinking throughout the day. Research in cardiovascular and mental health journals has shown that deep breathing techniques can reduce anxiety, improve sleep quality, and even assist in managing pain, making them especially valuable for aging bodies. Doctors who work with older adults often recommend establishing small morning routines like this to help rewire the body's natural rhythm. When done consistently, this habit creates a strong signal that the day has begun, and that the mind and body are ready to participate fully. For many men over 60, mornings can feel slower, heavier, or less motivated than they once did. This brief act of intention helps restore a sense of energy and control that can ripple into the rest of the day. The practice itself takes less than 2 minutes, but the impact can last for hours. The shock of cold, followed by the calm of breath, trains the body to respond to change, adapt to discomfort, and recover more quickly, traits often associated with youth and vitality. Over time, this daily reset can help reduce the heaviness that sometimes comes with aging and bring back a sense of sharpness and presence. By choosing to begin each day with this ritual, men over 60 can reconnect with a younger, clearer, more energized version of themselves. Not by doing more, but by doing one thing that speaks directly to the body's most important systems. Stopping food intake after 7 p.m. gives the body a much-needed opportunity to rest and heal, especially for men over 60. As the body ages, digestion naturally slows down, and late-night meals can place unnecessary stress on the digestive system. Instead of moving into its natural overnight repair cycle, the body is forced to stay active, breaking down food and managing blood sugar levels when it should be focused on recovery. This misalignment often leads to sleep disturbances, bloating, heartburn, and increased inflammation, all of which can affect how someone feels the next morning, tired, sluggish, or even irritable. Some doctors explain that digestion is closely linked to circadian rhythms, the internal clock that governs sleep, hormone release, metabolism, and even immune response. Eating late throws this rhythm off. Studies have shown that when food is consumed during the body's biological night, glucose tolerance worsens and insulin sensitivity drops. This means that the same meal eaten at 9 p.m. can have a completely different effect on the body than if it were eaten at 6 p.m. For older adults whose metabolic flexibility is already reduced, this can lead to prolonged blood sugar spikes and an increased risk of insulin resistance over time. Cutting off meals at 7 p.m. allows the body to enter its natural fasting state overnight. This fasting window supports a process called autophagy, a kind of internal cleansing where damaged cells are broken down and cleared out. Researchers believe that this cellular cleanup is one of the body's best tools for preventing age-related diseases and maintaining energy levels. When digestion isn't competing for resources, more energy is available for the brain, muscles, and immune system to repair and restore. A study published in the journal Cell Metabolism found that adults who restricted their eating window to earlier hours experienced improved blood pressure, reduced oxidative stress, and better sleep compared to those who ate late. These benefits were especially noticeable in older participants. Many reported feeling lighter in the morning, with reduced bloating and clearer thinking. The researchers concluded that early time-restricted eating could be a valuable drug-free strategy for promoting health in older age. Doctors who specialize in geriatric care often recommend finishing dinner by 7 p.m. and avoiding snacks or caloric drinks afterward. This simple habit helps regulate digestion and encourages deeper, more restorative sleep. When food is no longer being processed, the body shifts into rest mode more smoothly. Melatonin production, the hormone that supports sleep, is also less likely to be disrupted by the insulin and cortisol spikes that often follow late-night eating. In addition to sleep and digestion, early cutoff times for food also support weight management. For older men, weight gain often settles around the midsection, increasing the risk for heart disease and type 2 diabetes. Late-night eating is closely linked to this type of weight gain. By closing the kitchen earlier, the body has more time to tap into stored energy overnight, supporting a healthier metabolism and reducing fat storage, especially in the abdominal area. For those who feel hungry at night, some nutritionists recommend examining whether dinner was satisfying and balanced. Earlier in the evening, often, late-night cravings are not a sign of true hunger, but a response to boredom, habit, or emotional cues. Drinking water, herbal tea, or simply brushing teeth early can signal to the brain that eating for the day is done. Consistently stopping. Meals by 7 p.m. doesn't require willpower. It creates a rhythm. The body starts to expect food during the day and naturally winds down in the evening. Over time, this pattern builds internal strength, reduces inflammation, and restores a sense of lightness and vitality that many men over 60 miss. It's not about dieting or deprivation. It's about giving the body what it truly needs: time, rest, and space to heal. Laughing out loud, on purpose and every day, can work like medicine for men over 60. Not in a symbolic way, but in a real, measurable, biological way. Laughter triggers a surge of positive chemistry in the body, from the brain to the immune system, the lungs to the heart. It's more than a mood. It's a physical act that sets off a cascade of healing effects, and when done regularly, it can leave a lasting imprint on how the body functions and how the mind feels. When a person laughs, the body releases endorphins, natural painkillers that reduce physical discomfort and promote feelings of well-being. For men dealing with chronic pain, especially in joints or the lower back, these effects matter. Some studies published in pain management journals show that laughter therapy can reduce perceived pain levels in older adults by altering the way the brain processes discomfort. Even a few minutes of laughter each day may lower the need for medications, ease stiffness, and improve mobility over time. Laughter also activates circulation and improves blood flow. Researchers from the University of Maryland found that watching just 15 minutes of a comedy led to improved vascular function, while watching something stressful had the opposite effect. For older men, better circulation means a reduced risk of heart disease and improved oxygen delivery to tissues, especially important for staying sharp and mobile. Some doctors even compare a good laugh to a light cardiovascular workout. The lungs expand, the diaphragm contracts deeply, and the heart rate increases for a brief, energizing moment. This boost can help combat fatigue, improve respiratory strength, and leave the body feeling more awake. Immunity also gets a lift from laughter. Studies from psychoneuroimmunology, the field that looks at how emotions affect health, have shown that laughter increases the number of natural killer cells, which help the body fight infection and possibly slow the progression of diseases. For men over 60, whose immune response naturally declines, this can translate into fewer colds, better resistance to inflammation, and faster recovery from illness. Some researchers even note improved antibody production in seniors who participate in regular humor-based social activities, whether through laughter yoga, storytelling, or group comedy events. The effects of laughter extend to the brain, where it helps improve memory and focus. Laughter reduces levels of cortisol, the stress hormone known to interfere with clear thinking, and increases dopamine, which plays a key role in motivation, learning, and pleasure. In one study, older adults who watched a short comedy clip performed better on memory tests afterward than those who sat quietly. This link between humor and mental sharpness has led some geriatric therapists to include daily laughter as part of cognitive wellness programs, especially in memory care. Social laughter carries additional weight. Shared laughter strengthens relationships, reduces feelings of isolation, and creates emotional bonds that feel protective. For men who may feel disconnected after retirement or through loss of social roles, laughter offers a way back into joyful connection. A phone call with an old friend, a funny story from childhood, or a favorite comedy show can serve as a bridge to this feeling. No need for perfect timing or performance, just the willingness to engage. Some doctors now suggest treating laughter like a prescription, not something to hope for, but something to schedule. That means choosing a specific time each day to engage with humor. It could be a 20-minute comedy show, a stand-up clip online, a few jokes read aloud with a grandchild, or even 5 minutes remembering something ridiculous from long ago. Scheduling laughter gives it value. It says this matters. And when the brain begins to associate certain routines or environments with laughter, the body responds faster and more fully to its benefits. The beauty of laughter is that it requires nothing fancy. No equipment, no training, no gym membership. Just breath, sound, and a willingness to let go, even briefly. And over time, it can become an anchor, a moment in each day that brings lightness, relief, and presence. For men over 60, who may carry burdens of the past or worries about the future, laughter calls them back to now, to the body, to joy. Even forced laughter, the kind that feels awkward or fake at first, has been shown to deliver similar physiological effects. The body doesn't always distinguish between real and fake laughter when it comes to releasing helpful chemicals. This is why laughter yoga and laughter therapy exist. A few deep belly laughs a day, even if they start out as an exercise, can change how the body feels for hours afterward. Choosing to laugh on purpose, daily, is not a denial of life's difficulties. It's a way of facing them with more strength. The lightness laughter brings doesn't replace pain or sorrow. It balances them. And in that balance, there is space to breathe, to heal, and to remember what it feels like to be fully alive. For men over 60, who've lived through much and carry so much wisdom, laughter is not just a reward. It's a vital tool for staying strong in body, sharp in mind, and open in spirit. It is never too late to reclaim it, and never too early to begin.